for Patty there in California. So we have had, so that's unfortunate when
Hey everyone, it's Matthew and I'm back with another video of Euro Truck Simulator. So today, we're driving this MAN, MAN, MAN MAN, however you want to say it, Euro 6, and we're taking this load of excavators, as you can see there, from here in London to Copenhagen in Sweden. So anyway, I guess let's get going. And I apologise if through the microphone you can either hear my fan on my PC, which is actually the fan of the graphics card in this PC is so loud when it gets into even the 40s or 50s, it's so loud for some reason. I don't know why though. It has to work so hard to just keep it cool, you know. But anyway, so and also I apologise if you hear the chair squeaking or you can hear my shifter, but you're probably used to that by now. But anyway, so I do actually have a couple of things to talk about in the video. The main thing is TS 2016, which came out on the 17th, which was a few days ago. So again, the motorway, I'll start talking about that. But anyway, I might as well tell you what I'm going to do today. Today is going to be quite a busy day because obviously I'm doing this now early in the morning, and then I'm helping my friend move to up north, the university. That's from Sheffield, so taking stuff up there, getting all the moving done, and having something to eat and all that, you know. So pretty much it's a fairly full-on day. Well, it's not absolutely full-on, but it's a moving day. So what can you say? It's easy when you only move with one person, but you move for a whole family, that's quite hard. But even just one person, close to here is fine, but up north that's like it's quite hard to get there. Well, it's not hard to get there, but it's still a bit of a pain to do it all, because of all the things you have to take and remember and bring back and whatever. Anyway, we're almost on the motorway, so I think I'll probably start talking about TS 2016. So TS 2016, I've not had much experience of it yet. I'll tell you why about that in a minute. There is several people that have been having problems with it. My initial thoughts were that don't tell when to charge again. And let me tell you something. My game, right? So the game at some point on the 17th did update to 2016. Or at least I thought it did. But it doesn't say in your library Train Sim 2016 anymore, it just says Train Simulator, okay? So I go to the game, it has the 2016 intro screen and the intro, right? I click escape to skip that, and it's the 2015 background with the 2016 icons. And I go in, none of it is really different. I mean, yes, it has the layout of it, but it doesn't have the colours or whatever or anything else, or any of the things it supposedly comes with. I tried verifying the game, and I also changed my resolution. Well, actually no, I changed my resolution because I thought maybe this engine or whatever is slightly better optimized for FPS, so I put it from 1650 to 1050 or whatever it is, to 1920 by 1080, which is the native resolution of this monitor. I put it to that, and then for whatever reason, whenever I try to load up any scenario at all, the game just black screens. It will not load up anything at all. I left it a few minutes, it still didn't load it up, and just won't load anything up. So I tried verifying the game, and I went back into it, and it was still the same. And I haven't tried loading any more scenarios, but I could have to set my resolution back for whatever reason, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, so as far as I can work it out, I actually have to buy the package, which is £25, where what I'll get in it to actually make it physically update to the proper 2016 version is a couple of routes that you can't necessarily buy individually for a bit of a cheaper price. You have to buy the whole 25 quid package, and you don't get half the package because you already have it. No, and it just sucks really. It's all because of the problem they've had of updating people's games and adding DLC to it, whatever. So anyway, so my thoughts on it. I've played Train Simulator for a good few years now. I've had it since 2013 version, in pretty much 2013, so like 2-3 years almost. The last one, which was 2015, well no, let's go back to the one before that, Train Sim 2014. So, when Train Sim 2014 was out, it was a decent game. The whole sort of thing about it was alright. I mean, it wasn't perfectly optimized, but you know, it was okay for what it was. I mean, the interface was a lot better than the previous games. So, you know, it did that, and I think I remember. I think I remember when it was announced for 2015 was coming out that they really should have just skipped a year, because supposedly this year they were going to go to Unreal 4 engine, and they weren't going to release it at the same time. But then they said they weren't going to do that, and apparently that's next year or whatever, or whenever 2017 comes out. But then really they should have just skipped it and done updates 2014 as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, so they did that. 2015 came out and yeah, it's better optimized and some things were a bit better about it. The main thing of course was the interface. It got improved again, which made it, you know, it made it nice. It made it, you know, it made it quite playable, and a lot more playable and a lot more interesting to play. And anyway, they did various little updates and patches, fixed various bugs in it. Okay, so that was semi good, but it still felt like we didn't have anything new. And then, of course, 2016 got announced back in April, and the whole rumour about 2016 was it was a journey thing for new players. And honestly, I wasn't happy back then. I thought maybe it's a joke, it's this. No, it wasn't a joke. It was the real thing. It turned out that it's come out now that basically TS 2016 is a rebranded version of 2015 with slightly better interface, slightly better interface, slightly better graphics and newer DLC or quality, but no improvements on the old DLC. And then of course they have, and apart from that, it is pretty much the same game. Now, do you really think that going from the same game you had several years ago and then just updating and then doing one decent update to it and then doing minor updates for several years is really going to keep people interested, and then claiming it's mainly for new players and not for long-term players? What do long-term players get nowadays, with the train sim? They don't really get a lot. They don't give any awards, they don't give any challenges, things like SCS do. They generally don't seem to care about old players. They only care about new players, which, yeah, fair enough, you gotta get new players, but you gotta care about your current players. And all they seem to do for their new players is providing things like the academy stuff, which personally I couldn't give two fucks about, to be honest, because I really don't care about it. The academy to me is good if you're new, because it teaches you how to drive on the train, but for a current player that knows how to drive pretty much all the trains, and you know, it's pretty useless. So anyway, so off that, apart from that, I've seen one first look video of it, and essentially if your game did update properly, and actually properly, obviously you should have the new interface and the Riviera line in the 50s, and there's 2 German routes, like I think it's Dusseldorf to Cologne or something. No, maybe it's not that. The Uffbahn thing, or whatever it's called, I don't know. And something else. But I can't exactly remember what it is that I can't fully remember what they are. But anyway, I've seen people play them. Saw one person play them actually, and they're decent quality. Yeah, they're not bad quality. But they have not improved, or even bothered, I think, to improve the previous DLCs, especially the old ones. That some of their textures are really badly done, and you know, cannot be actually fixed. Well, no, they can be fixed. Just redo the DLC and give it back to you, also. But anyway, so pretty much what it seems, Train Sim 2016 has become over 2015. It's a rebrand kind of thing. And when I heard I was going to have to pay for it, well, I didn't think I would have to pay for it. If your updating thing works properly, supposedly you didn't have to buy it or something. I don't know, maybe you did, but yeah, the update thing was going wrong apparently, and yeah, I have to buy it again, which I'm really not willing to do at this moment in time. And in fact, I probably will wait till so before I even consider doing it. But of course, then you have to consider, is it really worth it? Is it, you know, gonna be worth just having to do more for a newer game which is still kind of the same as the old one? You know, and is it, in the long term, is it really worth it? I think that next year they may not even come out with a game with the new engine. I mean, this new engine thing has been going on for years, and I hope eventually it does, I hope soon, in the next year or so, it does come out, and, you know, because I imagine there's a lot more they can do with this newer engine because it's from the current era, whilst I think the current engine they use is, it's from the 90s. Oh, it's super old. Anyway, yeah, super old. And you know, the new engine supposedly Unreal Engine 4. You know, it's obviously a newer engine, so a lot more can be done with it. And I believe it's a good, well optimized engine that can, you know, can supposedly or somewhat load things up well in the background, so they're there when you go past and whatever, and you don't get any lag spikes or major lag spikes when it's loading stuff in. I mean, the thing is, if you've got a load of RAM in your PC with a game like Train Sim, then with a load of scenery, surely you should be able to load it up into memory so it's there, or background loading, so, and do it in the background as like in background streaming or whatever it's called. But apparently it can't, because it's too old, so and there's not a lot more they can do with the engine. I really don't see why they don't just skip it and then give updates to the current game. Because the same game every year, I'm not desperate to have a game every single year to play, put it that way. I mean, Farm Sim don't do it, they produce a game every couple of years. I mean, it's been Farm Sim 2013, Farm Sim 2015, probably Farm Sim 2017. And you know, I'm fine with the game coming out every couple of years or whatever, because usually I make a decent change to it, some decent, you know, physics change, well, not necessarily physics, but you know, good changes to it. And as far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm concerned, interesting change. It's not really a good change. I don't think it's a good direction, but whatever. That's my opinion. I know there are people who will agree with me on that, and there are people who will disagree with me on that. yeah, so that's my thoughts on Train Sim 2016. If you have an opinion on it, then hey, feel free to put in just comments below. I'd love to see what you lot think about it, because I definitely know what I think about it. But anyway, so going back to the gym, we have 529 miles to go. We've just gone past Amsterdam, so we're getting there solid. And we've got plenty of fuel and whatever. And, yeah, so. Yeah. But anyway, the funny thing about driving this MAN is I really like driving it because of what it looks like and what it sounds like. I think the funny thing is I haven't really driven a Scania properly for a bit of time, for a few weeks and or a few months or whatever it is, and it's interesting how you just switching from truck to truck and making it more interesting than just staying in the same truck all the time. It's very interesting how that applies. What I ought to do at some point is really try and do a video of another map. I can't do the touch map anymore, sadly, because it seemed to stop being supported for the latest versions and doesn't work anymore, sadly, so I can't do any more videos than that, unfortunately, but hey, it was decent while we could. It was good while we could do it. But anyway, what I can do is on Hungary map, which is very interesting how it's it's not a 1:1 scale, it's a 1:3 scale, so it feels pretty realistic. Driving 10 kilometers feels like you're actually driving 10 kilometers and not just driving around the corner. I mean, which is interesting because I suppose when the map's fully developed now, there's over 300 cities and you have to drive like 250 miles. God knows how long that's going to make it take. I mean, like 7 hours or something. Bloody hell, a lot of time depending on what speed you drive. I mean, some people say, oh, you got a tank in this game to get there quickly. Well, not necessarily. You don't on the home map. Yeah, you definitely got a tanky to get there quickly. Because if you don't, you're going to be sat around for a very long time doing whatever.
Keep that in mind when you're discussing with these people. Always ask those questions, and we'll of course this will be a point of continuing discussion on here on the No Stay project. But I do want to get to some calls, so let's. We have area code 917. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, my name is Watson. I'm calling from Brooklyn, New York.
Hey, Brooklyn, how you doing?
I'm trying to survive. I'm trying to get my liberty, you know.
Yeah, so it's only now about a month and 3 days to my birthday when I'm recording this. Chances are when it goes out will be around a month-ish, but yeah. Semi-excited for my birthday. I mean, I haven't had a proper birthday party in years on it, so I don't know if I'll have a significant one for my 16th or whether it will just be like the same old kind of chill out at home, kind of, you know, relax, chilled out kind of thing. Might be that again, but I don't feel like I really have enough confidence in myself to organise and invite a lot of friends to a birthday party because, well, let's just say that it's not. I'm not into that kind of thing anymore. I mean, when I used to do when I was younger, just invite a lot of friends out to a place from like 5 till 7 in the evening, and you know, do all that and have a bit of fun. And yeah, do that and whatever, and yeah, it'd be fun. But last few years, we basically just invited a couple of you around to the house and celebrated that. And I've been fine with it that way, to be honest. So I do hope when I replace this video card with this PC, that the one I get has a much quieter fan on it and isn't, you know, so when it gets up to 40 degrees you just see it going or whatever sound it makes. It just, I mean, not bad as, it's not as bad I don't think as the R7 360, which the fan on that is absolutely ridiculously loud, and if you could I would say watercool it, or make a custom cooler for it, because the standard fan does not do. The standard fan is so loud, and I don't know why. I mean, it's almost like it needs WD-40 in it or something because it's so loud. Anyway, so we have 430 miles to go now, or 436, which isn't that far to be honest. And I may do most of the journey in this video, but I may not do all of it. Depending. And let me tell you something. I was watching a Tech Weekly show, which I watch usually most weeks, called Tech Talk. It's done by a couple of YouTubers called Jay's 2 Cents and Barnacles, or whatever his name is, or Jerry, as his actual name is. And one of the things that was talking about was AMD, and let me tell you, they made some very good points, and I'll go over a couple of them now. There's too many to go over in the time, in 418 miles, because well, there's quite a few of them. But a couple of them were, one of them was actually about they have a new CEO there, which has been there less than a year, and it's taken a completely different approach to what the previous one was trying to do, which was whole budget graphics card things, price per performance, to produce good graphics cards for good prices and whatever. And I think, and honestly, when ATI was around, they properly did that. They were up against other companies and were properly in line with them and properly competing. And nowadays they're not really there because they don't have a lot of resources and money at the moment there, unfortunately. So people like Nvidia, which are just straight GPU makers, and like AMD, which are both CPU and GPU makers, we can just scale all the sponsors and whatever. You know, sponsored by games to get fully supported by them and optimised by them. But not optimised for AD, which kind of sucks to be honest. I mean, really, what they need to do is get ATI back and get back there and swap their whole sort of trying to be best thing, go back to their original thing, which worked really well, and restore themselves back to it. And you know, then just have ATI as the video card maker on its own, and AMD as the CPU maker. And then I think then if ATI produce cards now, God knows how good they would be for their price, you know. And that was the whole thing about AMD, is for the price they produce quite good components. But you know, unfortunately some of the components for their price are absolutely terrible. There's an R7 240 for $80 or whatever it was when it came out. It's not $80 worth of performance, if you ask me. It's more sort of a $20 or $40 performance. You know, $80 of performance. I think more should be at least getting up to 30 frames a second at least to get you, right? Not necessarily on that 30 FPS that's playable, you know, for someone that's getting out. No, can't even average 20 or whatever, or it can barely make it a playable settings, you know. It's not really worth trying for it. It's just a case of a lot of low-end cards is the fact that they don't really perform their price. I mean, you look at something like a GT, something like a GT. No, actually, look at something like a Fury X or Fury X. No, they're both like, apart from the Sapphire version, which is $500 range. The Fury X and Fury Nano, the two newer cards from AMD, for $650. And as far as I'm concerned, they'd be more worth around the $400 to $500 mark. Because then they would be cheaper than they would be. Their price for performance would be more sort of expected to be, you know, quite good. But I don't think they're worth the money they are now. A lot of it was really a lot of things they've done recently have been overhyped and under-delivered, and they need, and you know, it is. I've seen tons of companies, you know, screw up like AMD have, and AMD haven't fully screwed up yet, but they probably will do eventually if they don't get themselves back on track, you know. Only 330 miles to go now. Well, actually now, in the world of Euro truck, we're just going past Bremen, then we go past Hamburg, and then up here, and then across into Copenhagen, which we've never properly been in before. So it'll be interesting to see what that looks like. We've got 33 hours, so we might as well sleep. €609. 400 litres of fuel. It ain't cheap around it, that's for sure. And now let's rest. I'll tell you a game I've been playing a lot lately is Payday 2, which I might eventually report footage of. Smaller heists, I mean, to be honest, I've been trying to do these big heists in very hard mode and sometimes overkill mode, and they are extremely hard. And you know, when the thing is about like the big bank one in hard mode is the fact that, you know, it's so stealth allowed, and stealth is a lot easier in the way that being undetected, you just have to avoid the guards and avoid the cameras. And somehow the problem is for me is shooting the cameras is, you know, it's practically impossible for me to shoot the cameras without being detected for some reason. And honestly, in the last time I was doing it, there hadn't been a camera where I was doing something. Pretty much then I could stood there and wait for the manager at the big bank and got a key card from him if he had one, gone to the vault and sneaked around the place and been undetected by no guards and whatever, and it's hard to, and then, you know, sneaked around and gone into the computer and whatever and hacked that and gone in there and just got all the loot and whatever and all things like that, and I might try it again if I can. I'll try it in loud mode. I'll try it possibly in loud mode and see, you know, what happens. So I mean, doing it part stealth. Part stealth for me is sort of the best thing I can do, because I don't usually get out to do stealth really. It's quite hard in the lazy payday patches to do stealth. Honestly, I think it's hard. It's harder to do stealth now than it used to be. It can be done, but it's quite hard. And your main problem in stealth paydays is being detected by, you know, cameras and alarm cameras that who are witnesses and, you know, civilians and guards and whatever. Oops, 1% damage, but I don't think we have a horribly sensitive load to damage, which is good. Another one I was taking yesterday, which was just so sensitive to taking damage that even a light touch would give it like 2% damage, which was completely stupid if you ask me. No load would be that sensitive, even if it's just hitting the trailer. It wouldn't cause major damage to justify, you know, massive fines and whatever, and saying it's not a very good load, you know, that wouldn't happen. I definitely sort of love the damage. And I've got a horrible blur coming on my screen, so give me a second while I just sort that out. Obviously you can't see. Oh, but I definitely can see it. Oh, that's better.
That's why we do that. So those are the 4 documents you get when you order the motion to dismiss.
Yeah, 255 miles almost to go. And obviously constant sort of income from our drivers, you know. And if I don't get a delivery done, it doesn't matter, because the drivers make up for me. Because they're that good, earn so much money, you know. I don't know if fully maxed out, but I probably will eventually. We're just going past Hamburg currently, so we're almost getting to Scandinavia pretty much. I mean, you'll tell when we're in Scandinavia because it looks a lot more different to what, you know, Europe actually looks like. Interesting how it's compressed in the stat map. And of course in maps like Hungary where they increase they'll compress it so it takes longer, and yeah, on short journeys that's good, but on longer journeys that might not necessarily be the best. You know, 220-mile journey actually taking 5 hours would be quite, well, that'd be quite hard to be honest, but we're just going past Kiel now, so roughly around here we should hit Scandinavia, around here. I don't think I'll do the absolute full journey in this video, but I'll do most of it. Because honestly, if I carry on too long, I think the video will go on too long and it'll get boring. Well. Drivertopia, €11,000, that's good. Around 6 grand from Brandon, that's decent. Yeah, for some reason, because I have an American truck mod, I know we have this passenger mode which is not actually built into standard game. Yeah, it looks pretty terrible, I would admit. Whatever. Yeah, passenger view just look terrible unless you're in a truck which actually has a standard passenger view, and it looks okay I suppose, but what you want is where you can rotate all the way around the driver's passenger seats, and then then you can properly see it. And that's, you get that in like the Peterbilt 351 or whatever, which I drove before, I think.
I discussed more, and I know you heard that regarding the instructions on how to get this files. So there are questions regarding this decision, this tip that you got to do.
Yeah, around here we should do Scandinavia, because there's either a border or, I don't know, something else. Yeah, maybe it's a rest stop or something, I don't know. Yeah, here is pretty much the border between Germany and Scandinavia, or maybe it's Germany and Denmark, yeah. Yeah, we got 1% damage because of that car, which was his fault because I was pulling out. Clearly he signalled it and he still thought, oh, I'll go for it. Which, yeah, I do quite a bit of. Not much as they used to, but they still do it. So, just be aware of that. Well, I'm gonna stop the video here, so I hope you've enjoyed it. No, I would carry on till the end, but it's probably gonna take too long. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Do make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and all those good things, And until next time, salute.